Hello, students. A very good morning to all of you. We are studying chapter 3 from your book, that is trigonometric functions. And up to the last lecture, we have studied all the exercises. We have solved all the questions of the exercises. Some of them have been given to you in videos, some in PDF format, and some which I have not told, they are for your solving. Like you have to solve the questions on your own. And if you do not understand those questions, then you can ask them. Now, before we start with today's lecture, there are some few reminders. So, the first reminder is that if you want to see the videos like the lecture 1 or the lecture 2, like all the initial videos that have been posted in the group, and you have not listened to them properly, you have a problem in them, then you have to subscribe the channel, because once you subscribe the channel, then you can see all the videos that have been posted up till now on any channel. Like the subject can be either mathematics or it can be the other subjects also. So if you want to see the videos that have been posted earlier, then you have to subscribe the channel for that, because many of you are not having the link for them. Now the second reminder is that I can see this clearly that not all of you are watching the videos, because your strength is very high compared to the videos that I am getting on the videos. Your views are way less, so this is going to be a problem for you. You are going to be at loss if you do not watch the videos as they are being given in the groups. So start studying properly, start watching the videos and solving the questions, and complete your work on time. Solve the questions related to the exercise on the same day the lectures are given to you, the videos are provided to you. And the last reminder, third reminder, is that most of you are asking for the PDF of the exercises. So some of the questions are being solved in the videos, and most of them are explained to you. So the questions that I am not solving in the videos are for you. You have to try those questions and you have to solve those questions on your own. If you're not able to understand those questions, then you can ask. But stop asking for PDF for each of the exercises. Start solving and start studying the questions, the exercises, and the chapters. You know that your syllabus has been reduced. So this must be a boon to you. Like you must have some benefit, because you have to study less chapter for your exams. So the chapters that are being taught to you are very important, and you have to focus on them. You have to watch every video properly, solve the questions on time, complete your copy on time, and be thorough with the chapters. Okay, so now we will start with the questions, and we are going to solve this exercise. The first question from miscellaneous exercise on chapter 3 is 2 cos pi by 13 cos of 9 pi by 13 plus cos of 3 pi by 13 plus cos of 5 pi by 13, and we have to prove that this value is going to be equal to 0. So we'll see how we are going to solve this question. See, here it is written 2 cos pi by 13 into cos of 9 pi by 13. Now, since this is the last exercise from your book, I hope that you have seen all the formulas, you have learned them thoroughly, and all the formulas, once you see the question, you can go through the fact which formula you have to use in order to solve that question. So clearly the first term here is 2 cos x cos y. Now which formula are we going to use here? We know that cos x plus y plus cos x minus y is equals to 2 cos pi by 13 cos 9 pi by 13. We'll compare it with that, and here on comparing with that formula we can write this whole quantity as cos of pi by 13 plus 9 pi by 13 plus cos of 9 pi by 13 minus pi by 13. Rest of the two terms are written just like that. Cos pi by 3 pi by 13 and cos 5 pi by 13. Now, this is pi by 13 plus 9 pi by 13. The value is going to be 10 pi by 13. Similarly, here 9 pi by 13 minus pi by 13 is equal to 8 pi by 13. So we have simplified it like that, and we have written rest of the values just as they are in the other step. Now we'll take two at a time. See, which one we are going to choose. We know that we have to apply the formula for cos C plus cos D. बट ये हम कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे कि हमें कौन से पेयर को एक साथ लेना है. तो यू हैव टू सी हियर this is 10 pi and this is 3 pi. The sum of 10 and 3 is going to be 13. Similarly, here we have 8 pi and 5 pi. The sum is going to be 13. तो इस तरीके से हम पेयर को चूज करेंगे कि हमें कुछ चीजें कॉमन मिल जाए, कुछ टर्म्स कॉमन मिल जाए और हम आराम से आगे के सिंप्लीफिकेशन कर सकें. तो नाउ cos 10 pi by 13 plus cos 3 pi by 13 will be equal to 2 cos bracket में x plus y by 2 cos x minus y by 2. We have applied the formula. Similarly, for this, that is cos 8 pi by 13 plus cos 5 pi by 13, again we'll apply the formula and we'll write the respective terms. क्या होगा टर्म? 2 cos 8 pi plus 5 pi by 13 whole by 2 and cos of 8 pi minus 5 by 13 whole by 2. अब हम इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे. See, this is 2 cos, it's written just like that. Now here 10 pi plus 3 pi 13 pi होगा, 13 से 13 कैंसिल हो जाएगा, तो न्यूमरेटर में बचेगा सिर्फ पाई and we have pi by 2. This 2 will be written like that. तो this whole term will be simplified to pi by 2. Now next one, cos 10 minus 3 is 7. तो 7 pi by और 13 2 are 26. तो the first term is 2 cos pi by 2 cos 7 pi by 26. Similarly, here also we'll simplify it. So 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 will be cancelled and here we will be left with cos of pi by 2. And the other term will be cos of 3 pi by 26. Now we know that the value of cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. Cos 90 degree कितना होता है? 0 होता है. तो ये पूरी क्वांटिटी कितनी हो गई? 0 हो गई. अब इसको हम किसी भी नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करें वो 0 हो जाएगा. सिमिलरली हियर ऑल्सो दिस वैल्यू इज 0 multiplied by anything. It will result it as 0 and the answer is 0. Thus we have taken LHS and we have proved the RHS that the value is going to be equal to 0. Now the next question number 2 is sin 3x plus sin x bracket में outside is sin x plus cos 3x minus cos x inside bracket and outside is cos x equals to 0. This question you will solve on your own. I am explaining how. First we will apply the formula for sin 3x plus sin x, that is sin c plus sin d. Here we'll apply that formula and here we'll apply cos 3x minus cos x, that is cos c minus cos d. तो ये formula हम लगाएंगे and step by step we will simplify. The terms will be cancelled and then we'll get the value 0 which is equal to the RHS. So try question number 2 on your own. Now question number 3 is cos x plus cos y whole square plus sin x minus sin y whole square and you have to prove that this is equal to 4 cos square x plus y by 2. See, we'll start with LHS. LHS we have taken. अभी हम cos x plus cos y का फॉर्मूला हमने पढ़ा है, वो अप्लाई किया. sin x minus sin y, we have applied that formula and whole square sign is written outside. Now we'll simplify this. It will be, see, here we have cos x plus y by 2 cos x minus y by 2 and here we have cos x plus y by 2 sin x minus y by 2. In both the terms cos x plus y by 2 is common and this 2 is also common. तो ये चीज हम बाहर ले लेंगे. 2 square will be 4 cos square x plus y by 2. यहाँ से भी हमने 4 cos square x by 2 कॉमन ले लिया. Now we are left with cos of x minus y by 2 whole square, that is cos square x minus y by 2. Plus here we are left with sin square x minus y by 2. We know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. So this whole value is going to be equal to 1 and 1 multiplied to this is 4 cos square x plus y by 2, which is the value of RHS. So LHS is equals to RHS and question number 3 is proved. You can clearly see कि question number 4 is similar to question number 3. So you will solve question number 4 on your own and now we will see question number 5. Question number 5 is कि हमको add करना है क्या, sin x plus sin 3x plus sin 5x plus sin 4x and this must be equal to the given value. Again, what you have to do, you have to think कि which pair you have to take to solve the formula. So we are taking sin x plus sin 7x together and sin 3x plus sin 5x together. Why? Because x plus 7x is 8x and here 5x plus 3x is 8x. So we will apply the formula and then we will simplify it. So on applying the formula and after simplification, we have 2 sin 4x cos 3x plus 2 sin 4x cos x. At both the places 2 sin 4x is common, तो हमने उसको कॉमन ले लिया and inside the bracket we are left with cos 3x plus cos x. Again we will apply the formula for cos c plus cos d, which will be equal to 2 cos 3x plus x by 2 cos of 3x minus x by 2. तो यहाँ हमारे पास आ गया क्या 2 cos 3x plus x, that is 4x by 2. This will be cos 2x and here 3x minus x is 2x by 2 is x. So we have 2 2s are 4, then cos x, cos 2x and sin 4x, which is equal to the RHS. अभी क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इन दिस क्वेश्चन, जो ब्रैकेट बने हैं सिमिलरली यू हैव टू अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला इनसाइड द ब्रैकेट. लाइक फर्स्ट यू विल सॉल्व दिस वैल्यू inside the bracket, this also all the values, then there will be some values which will be common in numerator and denominator, they will be cancelled and then you will get the RHS. Try to solve question number 7 on your own. Similarly, in question number 7 what we have to do, we will take the pair sin 3x minus sin x and we'll apply the formula, and sin 2x can be written as 2 sin x cos x. This formula we have studied in the earlier exercises. So we'll use the formulas, we will simplify them to get the RHS. Now question number 8, 9 and 10. These are very important questions. So pay attention to these questions and see how we are going to solve them. So first we are going to solve question number 8. आपको tan x की वैल्यू दी है -4/3 और x कहाँ है सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट में. आपको tan x/2 cos x/2 एंड sin x/2 की वैल्यू निकालनी है. चलिए, तो हमें फॉर्मूला पता है कि tan सी फर्स्ट थिंग x इज इन सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट. तो अगर x सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट में है तो x की वैल्यू कहाँ से कहाँ तक हो सकती है, π/2 से पाई के बीच में होगी, क्योंकि सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट के लिए यही लिमिट है कि इसी के बीच में सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट होता है. अभी हम क्या करेंगे, विल अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला. वी नो दैट tan x इज इक्वल्स टू 2 tan x/2 अपॉन 1 माइनस tan स्क्वायर x/2. हमने पढ़ा है फॉर्मूला कि tan 2x is equals to 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. So if we replace 2x by x, so this side it will be x/2 on both the places. So we'll apply that formula and this is equal to -4/3 is given in the question. Cross multiply करिए, simplify करिए and you will have a quadratic equation 2 tan square x/2 minus 3 tan x/2 minus 2 equals to 0. Now we know how to solve a quadratic equation. -3 tan x/2 can be written as, this value can be written as -4 tan x/2 plus tan x/2. इसको simplify करेंगे and we'll have two brackets, one in which it is written 2 tan x/2 plus 1 and the other bracket in which it's written tan x/2 minus 2 is equals to 0. Now this implies कि either this value is going to be 0 or this value is going to be 0. From here we get tan x/2 equals to -1/2 and from here we get tan x/2 is equal to 2. Now which value we'll take? See, we are given that x is from π/2 to pi. See, π/2 is less than x less than pi. This is given in the question. यहाँ से हम इस पूरे क्वेश्चन, ये जो पूरी चीज दी हुई है इसको हम 2 से डिवाइड कर देते हैं. तो we'll have π/4 less than x/2 less than π/2. यानी कि x/2 के लिए रेंज क्या हो गया, ये जो x/2 है इसके लिए रेंज कितनी हो गई, इसकी वैल्यू कहाँ से कहाँ तक हो सकती है, फ्रॉम π/4 टू π/2 एंड दिस लाइज इन द फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट, देयरफॉर x/2 लाइज इन द फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट. और फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में tan क्या होता है, पॉजिटिव. तो वी विल टेक दिस वैल्यू बिकॉज दिस इज पॉजिटिव and we will discard this value because this is with the negative sign. So first part we have done, we have the value of tan x/2 which is equal to 2. Now what we are going to do, from here many methods are there, so one by one we'll see some of them. See, we'll make a right angled triangle with the name ABC. Now tan x by 2 is 2. Suppose this angle to be x by 2. Now tan theta is perpendicular upon base. तो perpendicular will be 2 and base will be 1. यहाँ हम Pythagoras theorem लगा सकते हैं to get the side BC, which will be equal to root of 5. Now we have the values. AB is equals to 1, AC is equals to 2, BC is equals to root 5. तो इस एंगल के लिए हम सारे ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियोज निकाल सकते हैं. साइन एक्स बाई 2 क्या हो जाएगा? परपेंडिकुलर अपॉन हाइपोटेनस, दैट इज AC अपॉन BC, दैट इज 2 अपॉन रूट 5. Now you can keep the answer here also, it is correct, but what we do कि जब भी डिनोमिनेटर में इरेशनल नंबर होता है तो हम उसको रैशनलाइज कर लेते हैं. तो we will rationalize it and we will have the value of sin x by 2 as 2 root 5 by 5. Similarly, cos x is base upon hypotenuse is equals to AB upon BC is equals to 1 upon root 5. We'll rationalize this also to get root 5 by 5. So this was about question number 8. Now we have the values of tan x by 2, sin x by 2 and cos x by 2. Now what you are going to do कि जो भी questions हमने solve नहीं किया है वो सारे questions आप try करिए खुद से, and if you're not able to solve them then you can ask those questions, and if you are able to solve those questions then from the next turn we are going to start with the new chapter. Thank you class.